It's always anti-WEF day in this household. You understand? But it's episode 460 of the Soul Not For Sale podcast. What's going on? Let's get right into it. Glenn Beck and Tucker Carlson sit down after Tucker Carlson lights a bunch of presidential candidates on fire. He sits down with Glenn Beck and they just have like a podcast type of feel interview where Glenn Beck's just asking him a bunch of questions. Great. If you want to see it, you'd actually have to purchase Blaze TV and you'd be able to see it there. It's about an hour long. It's pretty great. Now, and thank you to everybody who introduced me to Glenn Beck. I did not know who he was until the comment section let me know that he was someone that I would like to check out. And thank you, because I do love the guy. I think he's great. Obviously, can't agree with somebody all the time, but I love his format and I love that he's completely fearless on what he has to say and what he believes. So him and Tucker sit down. He gives Tucker some news that Tucker has not heard. It's about Tucker's team that he had while he was working for Fox. Shocking news, in my opinion. Tucker gives his answer. It's very, very interesting. Got to bring you to the store before I show you that clip. This is IamCoachColin.com. If you want to see our latest catalog, it's America's Soul Not For Sale. And internet's slowing down today, but the show must go on. There it is. We got t-shirts for men and women, tank tops for men and women. If you want to see what's on those, go here. Oh, no, you go here. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. There we go. Pull it up. It is the Soul Not For Sale logo with the American flag on top of it, the stars and the stripes. Now, that's not the only catalog that we have. We also have The Great Resist. If you don't know about The Great Resist, it's like The Great Reset, except you get to do all the things that you've always been allowed to do, and you don't have to eat crickets. So do not join The Great Reset. Join The Great Resist instead. Now, all of that's available on IamCoachColin.com. If you want 10% off of anything you saw on this site, put in the discount code area, I am Coach Colin, all capital letters, all one word, one L on the calling, gets you 10% off. If you've purchased anything from this website, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. Now let's get straight into the clip. Here we go.
Did you hear the news today about you?
Probably not.
Tucker Carlson's remaining team at Fox News, 9 employees, are going to be frog marched out of the building at 9 p.m. tonight. HR will be waiting outside of the control room when they finish tonight's show to escort the remaining producers outside. One producer called it degrading.
That is, and this is certainly not a defense of the company that's doing that, but this is kind of par in corporate America. I think it's disgusting. And I would say 2 things. One, you should always be loyal to people who are loyal to you. Loyalty is reciprocal. If people give up a lot on your behalf, you should do the same for them. And I've never seen a company, a publicly traded company, do that for anybody in the United States. And it's disgusting, okay? I think it's a huge sin that they all commit. The second thing I would say is that I'm 54, so I joined the workforce when there were no HR departments. It was called personnel, and it had a minor role in the life of the company. And the job was to like sign you up for your dumb healthcare benefits or take out FICA or something like that. HR evolved on the promise that it would meet the needs of humans, human resources. It has made companies far more soulless, far crueler to people,
big time,
far more at the mercy of lawyers and the grotesque anti-human legal mindset that's really hurt our country, that's stripped the humanity from people and turned them into widgets. HR is an instrument of cruelty and force and coercion. And I think anyone who's working in HR should examine his own conscience and ask, can I continue to do this? I really think it's a bad force in America. And nobody says that, but it's true. I've seen it. And
I've seen it.
Yes, it's horrible.
We all have seen it. You've seen it when you see it yourself when you're marched into an office and you see the HR people and then you see the attorneys behind and you're like, this is really not necessary. Why can't we just...
I had one conversation with HR my entire life, and I said, I'm not talking to you at all. Because this person came into my office and said, you're not allowed to talk to another employee about something. This person had complained about me. So I saw the person. I'd never met the person. And filed a complaint saying, that I hurt his feelings or made him feel unsafe because of my opinion. So I run into him and I said, hey, here's my cell. Call me, text me. Like, if you got a problem, call me. Because it is a moral requirement that we take our complaints to one another directly as
Correct.
human beings, not through mediating structures. That's like actually a biblical command, as you know. So anyway, but it's also a human command and a human requirement. So I do this, and the HR lady comes in and she's like, "You're not allowed to do that." And I said, I'm an adult man and a father and a taxpayer. You are not allowed to tell me who I can speak to. And then I use bad language. Because I mean it. You can't tell me who I can talk. Well, you're my mom now? What are you, God?
Right.
You're telling me who I can talk to? Get out of my office. And I said that. I'm sorry I was rude, but I felt that was such an intrusion. I mean, I couldn't even believe someone would say something like that. Telling you who you can talk to? Who do you think you're talking to? Like I'm 9 or something? And that was the last conversation I will ever have with HR. And if there's nothing else I achieve in my life, that I am proud of. I will never speak to an HR department again.
Yes, I do like that. I like that a lot. Now, here's the thing with his answer. If you've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Tucker has not said, with Russell Brand on Rumble, he did, I think, but he tries not to say Fox. He tries not to talk about them. It is kind of shocking that the rest of his team is pretty much put out to the firing squad and is all gone now, like as if Tucker's team was some kind of cancer of misogynistic racism and coded racism and all that fun stuff the left likes to throw at him. But very interesting that now his whole team is gone. And you know what? I think it's actually a great thing because Tucker Carlson, because definitely poaching people from Fox would be against contract. It would be in poor taste. But now that all those people are free and he's worked with them before, and they're all good people, I imagine. Now for his own media venture, he can bring them on in. Yeah, if they're unemployed right now, he can bring them into his media venture. I don't know where they would fit in or how it would work, but it's something that he could do now. He took his one producer with him because they both got fired at the same time. Now maybe he can get the rest of the team as well. So seems pretty good. Very interesting conversation that they've had. Again, you'd have to purchase this on Blaze TV. That's Blaze Media. It's only if you go month to month, it's $9.99. Not that bad for the type of stuff they show. If it had more Tucker, I'd probably sign up for a year right off the bat. But just to find that interview and watch it, it is very interesting. Anytime you get to see Tucker speak on a more podcast feeling type of format, it's always great, super honest. It's always a great time. Him and Glenn Beck are great friends. I mean, Glenn Beck has been on Tucker's show dozens of times, I want to say, just time after time after time. So they have a great relationship. They have great chemistry. You should check it out. You're not going to find too many clips on YouTube, I'll be honest with you, but there's a few. But other than that, you'd have to actually go to Blaze TV and actually purchase the interview. Other than that, I mean, I'm going to go find some more because I do have access to the interview because I made sure to, because I wanted to bring you guys some clips. I'm going to find some more things in there, but I wanted to bring that first because that's the most interesting thing. Not the most interesting thing, but the fact that day, it was like in a couple hours, they were all about to get fired, and Tucker was just finding out about it. It's just very interesting to see that all happening in live time, and I'd love to hear their perspective. I might try and find out who was working on this team, see if I can get an interview. What do you think about that? If you want to see an interview, let me know in the comment sections if you'd like to see people who worked with Tucker get interviewed. I don't know if I can make it happen, but I'll definitely try if it's something people want to see. And other than that, like the video. Helps so much, help boost us out of the shadow realms. We wanna come out with all the other YouTube channels and not be stuck in the darkness all of this time. But other than that, I am out. Episode 460. Let's go.